Can you stop snacking by eating more? How does that work? Hi, I'm Alex, the DNA Fat Loss Coach, and thanks so much for joining me for today's video. Before we dive in, do make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future content. Let me know your thoughts below in the comments and any future videos you want to see. And of course, drop me a like if you're enjoying what you're seeing so far. So, today I want to teach you how to stop snacking like my clients, okay? And it all comes down to one simple rule. Eat more food. Let me just caveat that by saying they achieve their fat loss goals whilst eating more, okay? This is not just a case of you stop snacking by eating more, but then you're actually eating more food in total, more calories in total, and therefore you gain weight, right? The goal with snacking, with stopping to snack, is to allow you to retain that calorie deficit, which therefore allows you to lose weight, okay? So, you can eat more, which in turn will prevent you from snacking, which therefore puts you in a better position at the end of the day, okay? Better calories, better nutritious food, better quality of food, tons and tons of benefits, okay? There's a couple of things to it because you can't just add in any old sort of food at any time of day to reduce snacking, okay? So what I generally recommend is sticking to slightly larger core meals throughout the day, whether that's 3, whether that's 2, whatever suits you best. So some people will prefer to have, say, breakfast and then a couple of hours later a small snack, and then lunch, a couple of hours later a small snack, and then dinner, and then maybe an evening snack. If you like to do that and that works for you, then great. This video is not for you, okay? This video is for those who believe that snacking is holding them back. The reason snacking can hold many of us back is because the types of foods we eat when we snack are typically very highly processed, typically very calorie rich, okay? So think about like crisps and chocolate, things that are very convenient, okay? We snack on them because they're there, they're available, they're ready. We don't have to cook them, we don't have to prepare anything. Okay, maybe it's even leftovers. Maybe it's leftover pizza from last night, right? It's leftovers, it's ready, I could snack on it, no problem at all. But they're typically, as I said, very high in calories, and this can easily offset our calories of the day, meaning we don't lose weight, or even worse, we can gain weight. I also want to add that these foods are typically not very satiating, okay? They don't promote that feeling of fullness that really we want to get from food, because we generally eat until we're full, right? Or there or thereabouts. So if we can eat a lot of food without getting full, and it's very high in calories, this is just not the sort of food that is conducive to long-term sustainable fat loss. So let me lay out a scenario, and I want to know if this sounds kind of familiar to you. Okay, you get up, ready for work, maybe you have a coffee, maybe you have a slice of toast with some jam on or something like that, or maybe a bowl of cereal, or maybe a small bowl of oatmeal, something like that. Carb heavy, generally quite simple carbohydrates, okay, a bit more processed, especially with the cereal and the toast example, quite high in sugar, perhaps, and then you go off to work, okay? Let's assume we're working from home, just to highlight this example. So what that's doing, that's going to spike your blood sugar. You're riding this carbohydrate high, if you will. You'll probably feel pretty good for a few hours. You have a load of energy, but then very quickly we get on the drop. Okay, we've had our spike, now we experience the drop. And that is when you feel hungry, your energy drops, you have that slump. Maybe that's when you go and reach for that mid-morning coffee, 10, 11 o'clock. Okay, it's a couple of hours yet until lunch. Oh, I just grab a couple of biscuits with my coffee. Just grab a croissant, you know, go to the local takeaway, go to the local coffee shop, grab a bagel whilst I'm there. Does that sound familiar? Then you have something else, carb heavy, which again, spikes your blood sugar, you feel pretty good. Combine that with caffeine, you feel great for a little bit. But then you have that double crash, you have that caffeine crash, you also have that carb crash. And when it comes to lunch, you maybe you feel bad, okay? You're like, oh, I had an extra bagel, extra snack, whatever it was. So you can be good, okay? So you have a salad, plain salad, nothing too interesting, but you're being good. So you sort of give yourself a pat on the back. And a couple of hours later, mid-afternoon, you're like, oh, I'm hungry again. Maybe I need another coffee. You know, you go see what's in the cupboards, see what's in the snack drawers, something else with carbs in. right? Something convenient, something snacky, something with fat in, something that can satisfy that sweet tooth that you have, your bag of crisps. Again, you ride that carb high, then later on it gets to dinner time and you're just a little bit hungry because you've been riding this sugar high, this carb high all day long, this roller coaster throughout the day. So you're low on energy, so you end up going for something convenient at dinner, takeaway, maybe something frozen, maybe something really simple, pasta, whatever it is, okay? And then potentially you could even then have a snack later on because you're still hungry. So what we want to stop doing here is we want to avoid these kind of accidental meals, these accidental snacks, okay? Because we're riding this sugar carbohydrate roller coaster throughout the day. So the way to remedy this, very, very simple. Let's say you want to eat 3 main meals per day. You want to have breakfast, you want to have lunch, and have dinner. What we want you to do is to increase the amount of quality food at breakfast, at lunch, at dinner. Because if I have a very filling, satisfying breakfast, when I say satisfying, there are 2 key elements to this. One is fibre, which you probably hear me hark on about a lot. Another is protein, which you'll definitely hear me hark on about a lot. Okay, so you want to have a fibre-rich and a protein-rich breakfast. Okay, something like eggs on, sprouted grain bread, or some eggs and avocado on toast. Something maybe a bit more wholemeal, something with a bit more fibre in it. It's got protein, it's got fibre. Maybe have some berries with it. Again, another hit of nutrition, another hit of fibre. An added bonus here is if you want to go with some healthy fats, so from the eggs, from the avocados, great. You could have a handful of nuts with some Greek yogurt, low-fat Greek yogurt, for example, high protein. You're getting the fibre and you're also getting healthy fats from those nuts. That is going to satisfy you for a lot longer than, say, a piece of toast or a bowl of cereal, where you're basically just getting carbohydrates, and very simple, very easily digested carbohydrates, which cause that sugar spike. Okay, so if we go for, let's go with the eggs and avocado option, or let's go with the Greek yogurt option. Okay, so Greek yogurt with some berries, right? We've got protein, we've not got tons of calories, we've got some fibre, we've got some healthy fats. There's nothing there that is going to spike your energy and cause it to crash. So actually what you're doing is you're kind of dulling that energy wave, if you will. So you're going to feel kind of satisfied, nicely kind of level, but for several hours you're elongating, you're stretching out that kind of energy intake. So it's not just covering you for a few hours, say a couple of hours until you would have your snack. It's actually probably covering you 3-4 hours all the way to lunch, right? Potentially even longer. Add in a handful of berries. You've got Greek yogurt with the protein, you've got some berries with some fibre, you've got some chopped up almonds with their protein, their fibre, and their healthy fats. Right, it's a winning combination. Okay, you could add some protein powder if you really want to take it to the next level, half a scoop, a full scoop if you wanted. That's really going to satisfy you for several hours. Really be very satisfying, nutritious meal. Okay, and then 11 o'clock will come around and you won't feel like you need to snack because you've eaten enough satisfying, nutritious food at breakfast. Come lunchtime, you're probably starting to get a bit hungry because you haven't had a snack, you've just had one meal. And then rather than just having your salad, what I recommend is follow the same principles. So salad's good, but it's basically just water and a bit of fibre. Okay, so we're missing 1, if not 2 key components. We want more protein, chicken, grilled steak if you're feeling fancy, some fish, some tuna on a salad is brilliant, and then ideally a little bit of healthy fat. Okay, we want to manage the healthy fats. There's a lot of calories in it, very calorie dense food. However, it's also very nutritious. Okay, so something like good quality olive oil, maybe a splash of apple cider vinegar to make a bit of a vinaigrette, a bit of dressing for it, some good quality grilled chicken, some tuna, one or the other typically, unless you want to mix and match, of course. That is then going to make that salad so much more satisfying that you're just not going to need that 4 p.m. snack or mid-afternoon snack that you normally have. Okay, because we're adding more high quality real food into each of the big meals. Okay, same principle applies at dinner. Keep it simple, eat real food, less processed the better. Okay, so think about an apple is an apple. Apple juice, they've processed that apple to take out all the fibre, some of the nutrition, right, all the stuff that keeps you full, and then you basically got a liquid that's full of sugar, essentially, right? Okay, you still got some of the nutrients in there, but you're lacking the fibre, which is the thing that's going to really satisfy you. So a banana is a banana, a potato is a potato, right? A piece of tuna is tuna, right? But when it comes to cereal, cereal doesn't look anything like what it started life as, the original grain, with all its goodness, its fibre, its nutrition, okay? Half that's all been stripped, and unfortunately that means that your energy tends to spike, and then you have the crash, and that is when we typically snack, okay? So just by eating more real food. Another simple way to look at it is, ideally you want the ingredients list to be, well, single ingredients are perfect, right? Potato is a potato, banana is a banana, piece of chicken is a piece of chicken. They are single ingredient foods, whereas a piece of bread has probably 10, 15, 20 ingredients. Cereal might have 50 ingredients, for all I know, right? Generally speaking, the less ingredients there are in that food item, the better. And if you're eating more real quality food, you're going to be getting more fibre, probably more protein, and then you want to add in a little bit of healthy fats, and that is what will help you to reduce or even completely remove snacking, just like my clients do. I hope that makes sense. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your comments below in the comments, and of course like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon.